Hello there, this is Will, and we're going to do a video here on testing syllogisms um, with a Venn diagram. Alright, so these are going to be examples from your book. They'll be page 223, and they're going to be section B. Alright, so let's just start with number 1 here. And it says, some reformers are fanatics, so some idealists are fanatics because all reformers are idealists. So we're supposed to put these in standard form, name its mood and figure, and test its validity. So for these exercises, we need to know how to name its mood, right? Its figure, and validity with a diagram. So as it turns out, the conclusion here is indicated by the word so. So I'm just going to label my premises as A, B, and I'm going to draw a line here. And then I'm going to say the conclusion is some idealists, right? And I'm going to go ahead and capitalize that. Some I are fanatics. Yeah, so some I are F, right? I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm translating idealists and fanatics with a capital letter. Then I know that this is my major term. This is my minor term. I know this is the major premise, so in the first one I'm going to make sure that F is up there somewhere. So some idealists are fanatics, so reformer is the middle term. So I'm going to go some R F. Seems reasonable to me. The next one I'm going to do is all R F, or I, my fault. And so to find the mood and figure, well, I know this first one is going to be an I, categorical proposition. The next one is going to be A. The last one's going to be I. And looking at the middle term here, which figure is that? That's a 3, right? So that's an IAI 3. Now let's go ahead and diagram this. Okay, so we're going to draw 3 circles here. Yep, sorry, I should have gone to art school. Not. We're going to label the middle term down here, just like in our book with the R. We're going to put the major term over here and the minor over here. It's very, very standard. So let's go ahead and map the universal one first, or diagram it first. So that would be premise B. That's all R are I's. So we look here at the R circle, and all of them are I's. So that means we just got to push them all over there somehow. Push them all over there. So let's just do this. Gosh, this is such a bad diagram. I'm so sorry. So this is all we have left is right here. And now, so that's diagrammed. Now let's diagram the next one. Some R are F. So we look here at the R's, and we look here at the F's, and we see that an X goes right here. Right? It's the only place we could put it. Sorry that is messy. I admit that's messy. So is the conclusion some I are F? So this is I right here. This is F. So some I are F. These are all the I's that are also F's. I think this looks valid. Yeah, this is valid. And this is its mood and its figure right here. And this is its normal form. Let's do number 2. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so number 2 is some philosophers are mathematicians, hence some scientists are philosophers because all scientists are mathematicians. So the conclusion indicator word is hence. So the conclusion is some scientists are philosophers. So let's go ahead and label each premise. There's A and this is B. That's just an organizational technique I use. You don't have to use that. I just do it to make sure I get the conclusion right. So sum, and I'm going to go ahead and translate these to capital letters. Sum S for scientists are P. Now I know this is the major term and this is the minor term, so the major term goes up here in premise A. So that has to be sum P RM, right? And then the next one is all S R M. Let's go ahead and look at the mood and figure. Well, I know this is an I, this is an A, and this is an I. And the middle terms are over here, so this is a 2. I2. Now let's go ahead and try to diagram this. Let's draw 3 circles. Oh yeah, should have gone to art school. That's not the truth. So M, we'll label down here as the middle term, the major term over here, and the minor, just very standard. Let's go ahead and diagram the universal premise first. So all S are M. So we diagram all S are M. Let's see here. Just going to push all those over. All S are M. All S are M. All right. Now what's the next one here? The next one is some philosophers are mathematicians, so some P or M. So we look here at the P, and here's the circle P. Some P or M. Well, looks like all the M's that are also P's are in this circle. But how do we get, how do we figure out if it's over here or over here? Well, if we don't know, we just draw it on the line, right? I'll make it try to make it an X, but it's on the line basically. So the conclusion is some S or P, and it's on the line, and we don't know if it's in the S or the P category. It would have to be clearly on the left-hand side, looking down at it in the S category for it to be valid. So this is actually invalid. All right. Let's do number 3 over here. I'm going to draw a little line separating these real quick. Yep. Okay, so number 3. This is some mammals are not horses, for no horses are centaurs, and all centaurs are mammals. Oh my dear heavens. Man, we really have no conclusion indicators here, huh? Well, I know that the word for is a premise indicator, and the word and is used to conjoin these 2 premises. So I'm going to have to guess that the conclusion is that some mammals are not horses, and I would bet a good amount of money that's correct. So I'm going to label this premise here and this premise here, and I'm just going to draw this here, and I say some M are not H, right? And then I'm going to say no horses are C, and then all C are M, right? All right, that looks pretty good. This is going to be an E A O 4, right? Because the middle terms are in the 4th position, and now we're going to test the validity using a Venn diagram. So let's take this out here. Let's diagram it. Okay, so we got in our middle term, we got C. Major term, we've got H, and then we got M over here. Let's diagram the universal. Well, so there are 2 universal premises, and I'm going to just diagram the negative one first. So no H or C. So no H's are C. So we're going to get rid of the part that allows the H and the C's to overlap. So let's do that here. No H's are C. Now all C are M, so all the C's are M. So we got to get rid of these too. Just going to do a little bit lighter. Not really. Okay. And now the conclusion is some M are not H. Well, that is invalid because I look over here at the M's And I don't see an X anywhere. All right, so that's invalid. All right, let's do number 4. All right, number 4. Some neurotics are not parasites, but all criminals are parasites. It follows that some neurotics are not criminals. So the conclusion is going to be some neurotics are not criminals. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to do my little organizational technique here for A and B. And I'm going to say some N are not C. And then in the first premise, I'm going to have all criminals are parasites. Oh, wait. Which one is the first one? So, yeah, all criminals are parasites will be the first one. So, all criminals are parasites, right? Then we're going to have some neurotics. So, some N are not P. And we see the middle term here is P on this side. So, that's going to be a 2. So, this is AOO2, right? So AOO2, yep. And we're going to diagram this here using our 3 terms. That's going to be P is the middle term, C is the major term, and N is the minor term, C is the major term, and P is the middle term. Let's go ahead and diagram the universal first. So all C are P. Diagram it like this. Let's make our diagrams as clear as possible. All right. Some N are not P, so looking at N, here's P over here, so some N's outside that line. Draw it like that. And the conclusion is some N are not C. There's an N right here. It is not a C. I'm going to say this is valid. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's do maybe number 6. Let's do number 6 over here. Let's see how that goes. Let me just find it in the book. Okay. So I'm just going to do my little organization of the premises real quick before I